Waiting years for this.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Nearly knocks over TV remote. There we go, bin that. On the game. I sound knackered. I did warn you that I was ill, and I wasn't just putting off, again, coming back for, just to punish you. But, it's fine. I will, yeah, it's not going to be as long of a stream, but I just wanted to give you something so you didn't feel that you hadn't been thrown a bone at all. You sound better than yesterday. My throat don't feel better, I'm going to be honest. Also, hey Oda, hey Lily, hey DeHands, and hello Brockman. Let's actually try and get the game up. New fairy bait Spyro, that's what this is. Hey, you're the last person on Earth to catch the It's not the COVID. I think it is just a because I haven't tested positive for it. I believe it's been like a bit of a hay fevery like chest infection thing. This reminds me of a chest infection I had years ago. Sorry, I'm forgetting the actual game capture window. There we go. And application. I know you're here somewhere. Emulated version? No, this is just PC Reignited Trilogy.
Okay, rolling.
as evidenced by the furry bait.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Not the real. To be fair, the real one was what was probably like one of the first games that I played. Like I love the OG PS1 games. Like they're some of my favourite games to go back and replay. And to be honest, I would usually be playing them versions. I do like the Reignited, but I like the blockiness of the old ones. But it's still, I don't know, I still quite like the art style for this. Big noises.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Why does a dragon need a little mallet? I mean, not to put us off on like a in a bad way, but I've got to be honest with you. The best game in this series by a country mile is the third game, and it's not even close. Why have they got to make all the dragons so sexy? Spyro win. I agree. I would pick Spyro over Crash. I do actually have the Crash trilogy and the 4th game installed, but I just thought, nah, I can't be fucked. I've got a skill point, whatever that means. When you describe something as a panel from hell, it makes it sound like something really bad happened. But that could have just been the name of the panel. Drink water. You agree, Brockman? Wonderful. Yeah, Year of the Dragon is by far the best game. Like, it's why I felt bad about it at the time, but when Stephen made a video on this, I stressed to him, like, you mainly talked about, like, Crash 1 when talking about the Crash trilogy. Please talk about, like, the third game with Spyro, because it's not even funny how much better the third one is. But the thing is, for a stream, I don't want to start with the third game. Even though, and I'm going to let you into a little secret. Excuse me 1 second. I'll let you into a little secret. Never beat the second game. I always get very close to beating the second game, and then just can't be asked collectathon in it to get to the final boss. Cough. You don't want to hear it. You really don't. Look, I can't compete against your noises as well. I really don't need you doing that. I've beaten all 3. I beat this game.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll
You can actually beat this game really quickly,
Spyro, you have
depending
much
on
to
how
learn
you play it.
first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Chat is on live chat, luckily. What is it preventing feed? Oh no. No, I'm not doing that as the first mission. We tried so hard and got so far. And in the end, it only half mattered. So what is it about Baldur's Gate 3 that looks so good then? What is it about it that's really set your world on fire to hand? Gonna be a huge, what, like huge as in it's gonna be too large to fit into the console? Is it gonna be a game that takes too long to complete, like Divinity Original Sin 2?
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever
Too
run
large
into
even
trouble,
for the
Spyro.
biggest floppy disk. Because I'm going to be totally honest to Hans, Divinity Original Sin 2 is a game I have liked less every time I've went back to it. I'm just going to be totally fucking straight with you there. Like, the combat system is still good, but like that game is just fucking boring to go back to. And I don't usually get that with RPGs. So Baldur's Gate 3 is really going to have to fucking blow me away for me to want to stick with it. This game is beautiful. It is actually a really pretty game. I've got like 330 hours. Well, that's not a good sign, is it? Or it's either a brilliant sign, or it's an absolutely fucking terrible one. Because it's going to just be a game filled with collect 999
Spyro,
crystals and
how about a hint on gliding?
pictures of the mayor and
For
things
the
like that.
longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
There's a lot of stuff to discover and do. Okay, that's good. How's the character creation? Because that's the real make or break. And to be honest, again, not to keep shitting on Divinity Original Sin 2, because again, I loved that game the first time I played it. I hope the character creation is a bit better than that. For someone who doesn't surgically attach themselves to D&D, can you explain that in terms of, is it better than their previous outings or not? Good morning, Shannon and Stephen. I'm sorry, mate. I've just decided to stream now because I know of how fucking ill I've been feeling. Later on in the day, I will not feel like concentrating on games. To avoid the Americans joining. I mean, saying that, we've already failed, haven't we? 'Cause we've had one American join already, which is weird, especially at this time of day. But it's fine. It's only one for now. This reverse castle setup is kind of weird. It is a bit weird, I've got to be honest. There's a lot of unused space.
freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
Yeah, and he's got his little hands are peeping over the First, let me tell you a story. No thanks, see ya. This was the inspiration for the entire plot of Dark Souls. I'm going to get back to watching part 4 Jojo, and Stephen, hope your heartburn gets better and have a safe trip home if you aren't already. Okay, well, hope you enjoy part 4 of 200 of Jojo, the animated series. Have a nice time with it. The narrative is procedurally generated. Yeah, well, it's just they put a keyboard next to Miyazaki in his sleep, and they let him type out plot from what his fingers do in the dream. And then eventually, whenever Miyazaki wakes up from his dream, that's just the game they settle on next. Everyone's there for it. The board, the fucking design team. Oh my, some more flattery. Oh. I don't think Stephen's going to be able to answer that, because I think Stephen is barely clinging on to consciousness. I know I could have just set him on fire, but it was the thrill of the chase for me. I just had to know that I was faster than him eventually. He has to wear earplugs to drown out Norman screaming, "Do you know how much they sacrificed?" every night. Fucking hell. Good lord, my throat. Oh! I sound like Filch after about 10 different pipes at the moment. Less than 2 weeks until home. Oh me, oh me, oh me. come back. Hold me. Hold me. What a special animation where if Spyro catches up to him, he just bites into the egg thief and just eats him for about 2 minutes. Oh no, holds the egg thief in his mouth like a cat when it catches a mouse. Accidental half rhyme. Unskippable cutscene as the light drains out of the egg thief's eyes. And Spyro's just going, "Arr! Arr!" Fucking biting into him. Horrible. That's probably not a good look, to be honest. I already look enough like a bear as is, and I've just been doing that. Oh well. Viscera. Yeah, all his Mabel goes flying everywhere. I do love this game, but I'm starting to realise how bad I am at collector fun games. Like, I enjoy it, I love it,
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro.
but I
His
rarely
kind
ever collect
indicates his
everything.
power. When he eats butterflies,
Unless it's a
he
Lego
stays
game,
strong,
in which I
like
always
me.
collect everything.
Sure.
Cherish that time then, but I would lie if I said I'm not looking forward to your return. Yeah, that is the worrying thing, and it's kind of, not to speak about Stephen like he isn't here, because he very much is, but like, I'm trying not to go on about it too much, because the last thing that I want is for, because I know that Stephen himself isn't particularly looking forward to coming back for obvious wife-related reasons that, you know, he's entitled to rightfully be annoyed about. You know, he wants to spend time with his wife. So I think it's best to not be like, oh, I'm really looking forward, because the last thing we want is to accidentally build any sort of resentment or whatever artificially from everyone else being like, oh look, we get some Steven streams, but then it's like, I don't know. I know where my brain's going, but it's just can't be asked to articulate it right now. this is something about... I'm going to say now, I am convinced it's so much easier to collect upon the third game than it is this one. Because you end up in situations like this in this game all the fucking time, where you just eventually go, okay, where do I actually fucking go? Oh my god, have I finally found it? Well, now I'm fucked because there's 3 gems and I don't know where they are. That doesn't make sense. The devs would have had 2 games worth of feedback to work. That is true. You're right. Oh, you're joking me. Literally 1 fucking gem. I know you're around it. I know you are. You always want the sequels to be better than the ones that came before, to build on what worked, refine what didn't, etc, etc, John game design. Speaking of sequels, part of the reason for getting this new PC, and even then, with this PC, I am having an amount of doubt, it is to play Jedi Survivor on the stream. And I'm probably going to maybe do it first time on stream. Whenever I can actually get the game, that is. I hope it's actually a better game, because I hate to say it, and I feel like I could have just been seeing the wrong gameplay, but I feel like the animation at points looks really wonk in that game. Like, if I compare it to how lightsaber combat looked in, like, the first one, I feel like the animation can look really wonky. I really hope it translates to, like, actually better gameplay, because it's going to be really annoying if it, like, just plays like shit, looks like shit, you know. But it's like, hey, at least the story is a smidge better. There we go, finally leave this shitty level now. Don't quote me on this, but weren't the combat animations made using AI? That seems like a very weird use of AI, I'm going to be totally honest. Like, there are some uses of AI that make sense to me. For doing things, really, you should be using AI for things that you feel like you definitely cannot do or achieve without it. It should be a tool and not a crutch. I feel like it absolutely has a reason to exist and should exist to an extent, but using it for animation, that's a bit fucking weird, I've got to be honest. No, that's just really odd to me.
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
But what annoys me if it did is Survivor already had perfectly good animations to work with from the first game. The thing is, your D&D campaign isn't like a publicised thing, so you shouldn't feel any guilt for using it, because it's just something for you. I discovered a pretty fun subreddit related to D&D the other day. I think it's called like Lego D&D, and it's people that make like their little pieces and their characters, and they're like monsters, and they use Lego to represent them. I think that is a really fucking cool idea. And like people were getting like so damn creative with like some of the character designs. Like I saw one that was like, oh, this is me, my character who fights using nothing but like weird objects that he's found. So it was like this like haggard looking man, and he was holding like a Lego chair in his hand and like some other fucking item. I thought that was really neat. Saying that, I don't really know what the upgrade path is for a bloke who fights people with chairs. Would it be like, I don't know, adding barbed wire to the chair? I honestly don't have a fucking clue.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal behind me. You can challenge him now, if you feel you are ready.
Yeah, like people were like, it wasn't just like minifigs as well. People were actually making like the creatures that they had in their head, but like out of like Lego pieces, like the ones where you can like create like the arms and that, and it like you can like articulate them, but it like made out of like Lego pieces. Really cool things in there.
If you prove your worth by rescuing 10 dragons, then you may use this balloon to fly to a new world.
Not quite ready to go to a new world. I've only done like one. Open the door! Open the door! Oh. On the topic of games that are worse that people that argue are better. Again, saying that I do still like this game, but like the third one is definitely the best of them. And if I'm being totally honest, I believe it's the same way for Crash as well. Like, it's so fucking strange to me when I see people argue that like a genuinely like a still good game, but like just objectively, in my opinion, worse game is a better game. And the only rational explanation I have for that is nostalgia. 'Cause it's like, this game literally does what the other one does, with more visual variety, better designed levels, a better story. Yet you're going to sit here and argue that this other one is better for reasons.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
I can hear him egg thieving. I do agree, if it was banknotes, Spyro would be absolutely fucked. Like, there would be no money left for the dragons to use. All the money is gone. Gordon Dragon 20, whatever the fuck. We need to go back to gemstones. Has it ever been
Thank you for
gemstones?
releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
What was that voice? When your dragon leaves the dentures at home.
Did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run!
I've already got it.
I'm getting a little winded.
You don't need to have a little moan at all. That's the level done, mate. You can move on to the afterlife now. I 110% agree, Oda. I will say this. I don't know if you've played these games before. The third game is much more generous with the timing. Like, this first game is disgusting with how, like, you have such little time to actually get it done. So hello Reg, how you doing? Oh yes, I did put that Homer picture there just for you. I knew you'd appreciate it. I couldn't think of a thumbnail. I forgot to ask Stephen to make me one. Because I used to have a degree of attempted artistic talent, but I've kind of just binned it. Just can't be asked. Speaking of the Spyro frog, just found an article from nearly 3 years ago about someone was spending their quarantine and I turned to dust. We're nearly dead. It's terrible, isn't it? Also, it's the frog. It's the, oh, fucking hell. If you batter the frog, he looks really weird when he dies. Just a big gapped.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escaped those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
It's just a very relaxing game, isn't it? Like, I don't know if... I don't feel like relaxing was their intention. But it just is. I needed this after, not to harp on about it, because I won't. But just really wasn't enjoying the John Detective stream. Which I don't know why. That had all the necessary ingredients to be enjoyable. And I actually think I hated every fucking minute of it. But, you know, that will just happen. So sometimes that is just going to be a thing that happens. And that's totally okay.
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
First game is my favourite. I've said this a lot this stream, so I'm sorry I've repeated myself, but for Reg, the third is my favourite by quite a way. Like, I really love the third game. It's just got so much variety to it. The gameplay has been really ironed out. And it's a game I used to play on the PS1 quite extensively, so... And I agree, third is best. I'm glad you do, because it is absolutely the best. Can't wait to glimmer. I don't think the second one's like bad or anything. Like, I think this first one definitely has the shittest bosses, but like the hub worlds in this one can look really neat. Like in this first one, the weird asylum world is one of the most creepy fucking places in such an innocent game.
Spyro, wanna know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
It's not your favourite. I know there was a few gimmicks they added to 2 as well that you said that you just didn't really gel with. Which bothered you because you were telling me how much you really enjoyed at the time the first one. And you were like, I just don't know what it is, mate. This second one's driving me absolutely mental. But you forced yourself to get the platinum for it. Yeah, I don't know why the second one has so many different fucking titles. It's like, oh, this is the one where we're just gonna be like, oh, Gateway to Glimmer, Road to Reptile, Ripto's Rage, Ripto's John's Revenge. So, hang on. You see his little hands poking out. You like him? I got it, little to hands. Do you get it? Do you get it? Look at it. It's look. It's you when you're on all fours out of bed. Do you feel like, do you like the large hands from Elden Ring? Or are you not a big fan of those hands? Running towards a Sam stream on all fours. I hate everything. To be fair, when I said it, my mood did actually drop by like a point or two. I've got a very love-hate relationship with that game. I genuinely don't think I'm glad to find the game that put Fallout 2 to rest when it comes to that. But I have such a fucking mixed relationship with that game. I really do. I've never been more mixed on a game in my life. And I truly don't think I ever will. But there are parts that I wanted to stop by and say hi. That is fine. I'll probably be ending the stream in a bit anyway, because again, I do still feel a bit ill. And I kind of just wanted to do this just to give people a, you know, I am still planning on streaming. I just now need to actually not feel like I've got a on and off chest infection. I know it's not COVID. Again, not tested positive for it. Don't have the COVID-8, which is like when I've had COVID in the past, and I've had it around about 2 times. Your body really aches. You feel like the flimsiest fucking creature in the world. And for me, the real standout is the COVID head, which sounds perverted if you listen to it the wrong way. But no, I mean the COVID like head, like your head feels like it weighs down to the fucking floor. It's horrible. Will you be streaming on Thursday? I will endeavour to stream on Thursday, yes. A nice little stream while I'm melted. Well, you've got to do a stream in this weather yourself. Endeavour UFC. Right, where is that I know you're on this level somewhere. Right, there we go. Oh, I miss when Vince was gone. I really wish Vince was just gone forever. When he eventually retires permanently from life. Oh, it is gonna be insufferable, isn't it? They're gonna be like, thank you, Vince, every week, every match for 3 hours. Hello, Bryn. Stream's basically over soon, mate, to be honest. I just wanted to 100% a few levels. It's week 31 of Vince McMahon Appreciation Year. Year of the Vince. Thank you, Vince. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah, you know it. You absolutely fucking know it would. And they'd be crying for Vince every week. They'd be putting their hand on their heart and crying for Vince, the man that made it all possible. Mandatory crowd like. And then the crowd will be like, thank you, Vince. You know it, you know it. You absolutely fucking know it. Like, you know that old saying, how can I miss you? if you don't fuck off. You know the old saying, it's actually one of my favourites, because it's like, it's kind of what I like to do for streams. Like, you can't miss me if I don't occasionally fuck off for a few weeks. And I can't really miss streaming if I don't either. It could be up there with, like, as the best saying of all time. And it applies to wrestling quite greatly. Point is, if you don't miss Vince now, think of how much you're going to miss him when they keep fucking reminding you about him for 20 fucking years. Don't forget the Vince tribute on the big... Yeah, every match. There would be a title called, like, the Vince McMahon Legacy title. It would be him with his fucking shit pencil mustache on it. Anyway. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Short little stream, but I just wanted to, you know, to have one. And just, you know, say that I've streamed this week. This will be the stream gang going forward. Fallout 4, I can confirm, has been very much binned. Didn't enjoy it. I had anti-fun with it, and I don't really know why. But let's not focus on that right now. Poor John Detective. I know. Thank you for doing the stream. You are welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, Sam. You're welcome. See you later. Yeah, I should be on your stream. I will hopefully be there. Yeah. And not a single dropped frame. What a result. Okay. Have a good day, everyone.